Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's going on, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the Andor show. So without further ado, we're going to hop right on into it. The Andor show is upon us. It's going to begin streaming and premiere on August 31st with a 2-episode premiere on Disney+. And while not enough people are really talking about it in my thoughts and opinions, so let's get the train going. However, I will also admit part of it is kind of Disney's fault at the same time as well. They really haven't been putting that much out about it, and we are expecting our final and second trailer for the Andor show in the next couple of coming days. We know this and can kind of tell of this because of previous stuff that Disney has done when it comes to advertising and marketing and promoting their shows, because they're normally put out the official or the second trailer about 30 days, about a month before the actual shows are supposed to premiere. We see the same thing with both seasons of The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, The Bad Batch. Must I need to explain? That all being said, let's go ahead and hop into today's update here about the Andor show and how the Death Star is going to connect to this overall show. I think it's very self-explanatory for one thing, but let's take a little bit of a look here in specifics, also following along with some potential plot details coming from the Bespin Bolton, who is a very fairly reputable source out there in the Star Wars community for when it comes to Star Wars news, leaks, and rumors. As in, they normally can get this stuff right. According to a new report from Making Star Wars, we'll see a strong connection to the Death Star in the upcoming Disney Plus series Andor, as the article reads. The new report says that we'll see our hero Andor infiltrate an Imperial prison facility and attempt to extract some vital information from the prisoners/workers, namely the character Supervisor Jones, played by Robert Ems, which is probably the name of whatever, I guess, Imperial officer running this joint. This clip right here, I guess, is supposed to actually be some type of prisons facility. They all kind of look like prisoners or researchers, and that does kind of make sense, putting two and two together, something I didn't realize when we originally broke down the trailer originally here on the channel. But yeah, that does make quite a bit of sense. And if you actually look over to the left with this guy right here, like, I am a pretty big Star Wars fan, but I'm no scientist. This definitely looks like a lightsaber, and kyber crystals come from lightsabers, and the Death Star runs off of kyber crystals. This is something I've been hearing around actually on various other social media platforms coming from all types of other Star Wars fans, so it isn't just me kind of now noticing this. So when you put two and two together, these guys are definitely working on the Death Star, and I am assuming that they're taking apart lightsabers to get the kyber crystals for the Death Star, because that's how the Death Star is powered, like I just mentioned. Now, the article from there continues to go on to say the facility itself houses skilled prisoners, including scientists and engineers who are forced to work for the Empire in horrendous conditions. The prisoners are cuffed, have to walk barefoot on a wet floor, and are unable to talk to one another, and if the products the prisoners are working on don't meet the Empire's standards and needs, they are shocked via the fluid on the ground, which is pretty weird. Fluid, I guess, is shocking them. I guess there's like electricity or something that goes through the fluid on the floor into their feet. I mean, that's really weird, but yeah, sure. As it's mentioned, the prisoners are unable to speak with one another, so Cassian having to extract information from them will prove very difficult. But according to the report, the prisoners do communicate when they're being moved through the corridors and the different facility rooms. So I'm guessing essentially what I'm hearing here is that Andor is going to go on a very insanely daring mission here, and going like essentially undercover as one of these prisoners to get information about the Death Star here. Either that, or he's going to be acting as an Imperial officer. I mean, both are pretty risky, but I'd rather take my chances as disguising myself as an Imperial officer. The intel Cassian is looking for to extract relates to the Project Stardust, aka the Death Star, which is what the prisoners are making parts of some kind of. The report points out that in the trailer, you do see the items look very similar to lightsabers on the production line alongside with workers, so the outlight speculates perhaps they're extracting kyber crystals, which will be used for the Death Star, as that's how it's powered. This is exactly what I had just mentioned. And from there, that's where the article ends from the Bespin Bolton. I'm going to have their full article linked down in the description down below. As I had mentioned, they're a very reputable source out there in the Star Wars fandom and community for when it comes to these types of news, leaks, and rumors, especially when it comes for various plot points here as well, which is very interesting for today's report here. Regarding actual plot points for the Andor series, we know very little to none actually really all that about. However, regarding how the Death Star is going to have a major key role here in playing into plot points of how the Andor show is going to play out here, it makes a ton of sense. It's just the fact of how we don't really know anything about how that's going to work, and seeing the insight here of how they're actually doing the construction of the Death Star during the show is going to be even more cooler to actually see. This definitely sounds like one of the most dangerous missions Andor, let alone any rebel spy out there, has ever done in the Star Wars universe. I mean, this sounds actually crazy, going undercover as a prisoner or an Imperial guard. We really don't know all that much. To find information out about the Death Star here is going to be insane. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys all think here. What do you want to see for the Andor show? What are you looking forward to most to seeing from the show here? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys all think. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, as it really does help the channel. And check out our Instagram on official Star Wars for more Star Wars related content. Link down in the description down below. And until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. As always, the Force will be with you. Peace out.